Hey, now I know it's been a very long time since you've seen my face, but we're back. So today I'm going to walk you through how to use the substitute binder template to create your substitute binder in minutes, okay? This is really quick. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and dive in. So when you open the template, this is what you will see. The first thing you're going to obviously want to do is type your name. You can do that all lowercase if you want, or you can do it uppercase by just holding down that shift key or doing caps lock. Type your room number, whatever it may be. Okay, so that page is pretty self-explanatory. Every other page has some notes for you to tell you exactly what to do. So the notes for the substitute page can be completely up to you. This entire thing is editable. The table of contents, if you choose to do yours in a different order, you can edit that as well. I would just suggest having something here if they're like, well, it's not really a suggestion, but it's an option. If you have different class periods that have like math coaches or reading specialists coming in, then you may want to tell your substitute that that's happening. And also, if there are like students that do not need to work together ever in the classroom, it'd be a good idea to put that here, or you can also put it in the actual lesson plan or class information page. So some things need to be put in more than one place. So this is like the first place you could put it, whatever you want. For the schedule, you have two options. You can either start here and just type in the schedule manually. How'd that change? You can type it in manually, or you can use the second option to just paste in your schedule. If you have one from your school already, you may just want to type that or paste that onto this slide. So that's just as simple as taking a picture and pasting it by doing right click and paste. Okay. You could also go to insert an image and then upload your image from the computer. So that is the other option. For lesson plans, I love fonts, and so the way to keep the fonts that are cute here is to have like this drag and drop option. So what you're going to do is, depending on how many class periods you have or how many preps you have, you may want to just drag and drop in your periods. And so that's what I did here. You could also just type them in, but I just think these are cuter. So what you would do here is right click and duplicate this for however many preps you have. And then actually before you duplicate, you should probably also type the date. So I'm getting ready to take my first day off next week. And so let me go back and actually delete that and duplicate this one. And that way I only have 4 class periods. So I would do first period here, second period here, and then my last 2 periods are actually 5th and 6th. So that's just how you would drag and drop that in. And then your lesson plans are pretty simple because this is secondary. You don't have to teach multiple subjects. So you can just type it in here. If you want to do it as a bulleted list, you can just click the bullet there and make it a bulleted list. Up to you. But I just keep mine pretty simple. So it's usually I just have my students going into Canvas and they have something there, or it'll be a packet of some sort for them to do. Okay. Similar to the lesson plan page, you're going to drag and drop in the class periods here, but they go onto the pencil. So like first period you'll do, and then like I just said on the notes to sub page, maybe on this page actually. Let me fix that actually. I'm glad I saw that. On this page, you may want to say like who can't work together. So Roger and Alyssa can't not work together. Okay. Or maybe if there's a student who, likes to play video games, dollar keep an eye on that kid. Okay. And what else? Yeah. So you can either paste in your class list if you have one here, or you can just copy and paste it on and just delete these tables. Or you could go through and type each student's name. That just might take a little longer. Class notes, same, drag and drop. So this page is just for the substitute to actually write in like any notes they have about the day. So you can duplicate this at the beginning of the year and just keep it in your binder to have multiple copies of it, so you don't have to make a fresh one every time you're out, so you can just have them all ready to go. Procedures, these are completely editable. Whatever you feel like is important, keep it. If you don't think it's important, like lunch, maybe your lunch routine is pretty basic, you can just delete that row. And if you want to add something in, you can also insert a row below by right-clicking and then just do insert row. And all of this is, I don't know why that keeps doing that. All of this is resizable. Okay. And I always suggest putting a teacher that's nearby that the sub can reach out to if they need to. And then emergency information. Typically, they will only need the fire drill and maybe the lockdown one if that were to happen. So those are the main things I put in here. Tornado earthquake drills are very rare where I live, but if that's something that you do a lot, then definitely keep that in there. And I also include like my emergency packet from my county after this, so they can just have the basics. I don't like for my sub binder to be too full of like unnecessary things. It's just the basics, and so that's how you edit it. Hope that helps. Bye.